I want to dig on some of that because with us, it's like almost like, well, I have to see flash to believe it's real. Can you speak to that? Like, why do we see that so much? That because I think a lot of the flash from like influencers and just folks that are teaching anything, they do that because they know that's going to attract people. But I think
Mhm.
it has a negative effect because it makes people think that it has to be flashy, but you're proof that no, that's not true. So can you speak to psychology of like, why do we have to always think that rich equals flash?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, right? Because I think it's across different cultures. I think certain cultures are perhaps more emphasized on it,
Mm.
but there is this weird thing about like the status and appearing to be rich and all these things. And I still drive, dude. I drive a 2009 Ford Focus. Like I still drive that car. It's got 185,000 miles on it. I have enough cash in the bank to buy any car in the world. Okay. I don't care if it's a Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce, a Bugatti, you name it. I have enough money to go pay cash for it today. There's a reason why I haven't. And it's because I understand that I would rather I would rather invest 300 grand into $1 million property than go buy a $300,000 Rolls Royce so I can flex on Instagram.
Right.
Right now, it's not to say I'll never enjoy myself. Of course I will, but I'm okay delaying gratification. I'm 29. I don't need a Rolls Royce. I need to build. I need to build that foundation so that like my grandkids will inherit this empire, right? So that's sort of my motivation. And you're right, the flashiness. I'd probably have a much larger YouTube channel if I did own a Lamborghini because that's what gets clicks, right?
Right.
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 Yeah, and that's what sells courses and all those things. But man, I don't know. Like, I'll tell you a story. And I don't want to take too long, but I'll tell you a quick story. I was at the barber shop not too long ago, and my barber was talking to me. He was really proud of himself. He was like, "Hey, man, I'm super stoked because I have more money in the bank than I've ever had in my entire life." And I was like, "Hell yeah, brother. That's amazing." I didn't ask what it was. None of my business, but he told me. He told me, he's like, "I got 7 grand in the bank." And I was like, "Dude, congratulations. That's awesome." And what he said next, dude, it broke my heart because he was like, "Yeah, and I'm really excited because the chain I want is 7,200." And dude, my heart sank when I heard that because it's like he saved more money than he's ever had in his entire life, 7,000, and he's gonna spend it all on a gold chain.
Right.
And it's like, I'm not mad at him. I don't hate him for that. You can buy whatever you want, but it's like, dude, that's not gonna do it. That's not what's gonna put your kids through college
Right.
or like, have your son or daughter inherit a property or whatever. Like this need to look flashy and look like a baller, right? It's like, I think it's so toxic, and I don't know why it's like that. And me again, like again, I have more money than I could ever spend in a lifetime, and even I am not going to go spend $7,000 on a gold chain. Like I'm just not going
Right.
to do it. Right? It doesn't do anything for me. I don't even wear a watch. Like I have a buddy that just spent $40,000 on a watch. I don't even wear one. And this is my wedding ring. It's rubber. The wedding ring is rubber, right? So yeah, it broke my heart when I heard that, and I don't know how we get away from it. But yeah, it's not. You look at other people,
Right.
other cultures
Mhm.
who have built wealth. They're not doing that shit, right? They're not spending $7,000 on a gold chain
No way.
when all they have in the bank is $7,000.
Right. Right. That story, man. I've heard it. I've heard that. Similar stories like that, bro. And like you said, it's probably a cultural thing, but hopefully conversations like this will start to change that, man.
Yep.
So thank you, Todd, for being like a really dope example of like this is the millionaire next door right here, like for real. So thank you so much, man. And before we get out of here, Todd, because we got a lot, I feel like a lot of meat on this
Yes.
episode. I did have one final question, Todd.
Yeah, we got all the day, man.
Cool. There's someone out there, right? They're listening to this. They're like, man, this sounds good. I want to get into it. I want to get into real estate investing, but I'm just a bit unsure. What advice would you give to that person that knows they need to do something, right? But they're just there's a little trepidation there. What would you tell them?
Man, that's a good question. And it's probably the one that I get the most often. Like, I want to do it, but I'm scared, or I don't know if I can, or, whatever. All I'll say is this, guys, at the end of the day, there are people with half of your talent and half of your capabilities out there living the life that you want to live, because while you were waiting for the right moment or while you were thinking about it, they just freaking did it. Right. And so I'm not saying you need to be reckless, and I'm not saying, don't study and research, but there's a certain point where you just have to go for the life you want. And I know not everyone believes the same thing about, religion or a life after or whatever. So I won't touch on that. But if you set all that aside for a second, you just think about it this way: you get one shot at life and that's it. Like, we're here for a second and then we're gone. It makes no sense in the world to sit on the sideline. Like, you have to jump in, man. This is it. This is the game. Like, this is the game. You're either on the bench or you're playing, and there isn't another one. So that's how I look at it. Of course, who knows what's going to happen after that? But like, I'm looking at it like right here and right now. This is my shot, and so I got to take it. And I hope that everybody out there takes it too.
Man, love that. Love that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, Todd, thank you, brother. We appreciate your time, man. I think this episode is going to be really great. So thank you so much. Shar, any last questions? You good?
Thank you. I mean, even I have takeaways,
Yeah.
So we appreciate it. And I know that our listeners will as well.
Yep. All right,
Well,
Todd,
thank
man.
you guys. It was great speaking to you. Honor meeting you both. I think you guys are killing it, and you're doing really amazing work with what you're putting out there and teaching and hustling. It's amazing. So great job.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Till next time, this is Marcus, and I'm here with my lovely wife,
Shira.
and Todd. So we out.
Bye.